As of the current arc and toward the middle end of last season, it's been blatantly obvious that Uru has been somewhat trying to paint John as the villain for this arc. I don't know how long she plans for this to continue. It may continue until the end of the arc or until John is brought back to the quote-unquote good side. But whenever I look at the story, I can't help but side with John, just because of what he and others go through on a regular basis, and it's pretty much the way of life. It's a ladder, and those under you become the target of harassment, but yet as soon as John does it, he's painted in a bad light. The main focus that is shown to be the difference between John and other high tiers is his excessive violence, quote unquote anyway, or the excuse that he's meaninglessly sending students to the hospital. Lower tiers and cripples, anyone powerless to those above them, get this treatment on a daily basis to weekly basis. What's the difference between getting a broken bone and sent to the infirmary every single day versus being put in the hospital for a week? At the end of the day, it's not just John doing it. I'm not trying to say that just because everybody's doing it, yeah, it's the cool kids that are doing it. No. I'm not trying to paint it like that. That just because everybody else is doing it, that means you have to be a follower. No, I'm not trying to say that. But why is John the only one being painted as the villain when this type of stuff is happening? Time and time again, it may seem like I'm being a fanboy, but I just want to justify the clear differences in what's actually happening in the story. Rooting for the main character isn't necessarily a bad thing, and it seems like if you're rooting for John at the moment, you're probably on the wrong side. People are looking at you as, oh wow, you're rooting for the bully, or like all that extra stuff. But we've seen what John has gone through in the story. There's ways to justify what he's doing, and of course there are things that he's doing that can't be justified. I don't want to mistakenly paint John as the villain. He has done some bad things, yes, but at the end of the day, he tried to change. Going through with this change for damn near 2 years of getting beat up for no reason. The students he's beaten, why do they deserve his mercy? He's been kidnapped and beaten. His friend has been kidnapped and beaten. When he was powerless, he was beaten every day for being powerless. When he feigned not having powers, when he was truly the most powerful among everyone, he was beaten every day. When he wanted to turn over a new leaf. What about these people deserve John to spare them? Please tell me. The question I want to be asked. I should have hurt them. Sounds familiar? This is what happens right before he beats the shit out of Zeke. It's a typical trope in many stories with characters fueled by hatred to get the lines told to them. Don't do it, because it'll make you like them. But is this really true? Your choice to spare a horrible person and not put them in their place is the same as telling them, I am too weak to take action. That's why I'll justify the things you're doing. Because eventually, you'll be judged when the time comes. This is foolish. In real life, if you have the opportunity to capture a murderer and hurt them because they killed someone close to you, you won't let them go. If you believe the law will serve justice every single time, you're wrong. Justice needs to be served by your own two hands sometimes. If you let horrible people go, they're just going to continue to do horrible things. At the end of the day, good and evil, there truly are no set values. It's all perspective. When we watched Goku fight Jiren, we viewed Jiren as the villain. But in his universe's eyes, he was the hero who was trying to prevent them from being erased and have his wish granted. In reality, obstacles change how we look at things.